Automakers are not going to pay that cost. They'll pay it, but it has to be passed on to the consumer, which is why tariffs are considered so incredibly inflationary. So that's basically the background on tariffs. One note that I hadn't known until recently was that there is a separate set of tariffs on steel and aluminum, and those stack on the automotive ones. So in fact, if you're importing steel, that's 25% more expensive, and your car is too. So it's just, as someone who's covered the auto industry for a while now, it's incredibly disruptive. And I don't necessarily think the auto industry is inherently averse to onshoring. I think we all learned, starting with COVID 5 years ago, that you need certain things. You need the ability to produce them in your own country, right? And there was a lot of focus on that in the last administration, including on batteries, both cell production and some of the other stuff for electric cars. Mostly carrots, incentives, cost reductions, subsidies, not sticks, which is what tariffs are. So industrial policy broadly and onshoring as a national security measure are reasonable policy goals. People may differ, but you can't do them in a month. And the auto industry, especially if in fact it has to move production of a vehicle from Mexico to somewhere in the 50 states, can't do that in 6 weeks. We're talking, I would say, a minimum of 18 months up to 3 or 4 years, depending on the vehicle, whether they have a plant with capacity, whether they have skilled workers who can actually build the thing, et cetera, et cetera. So tariffs are generally considered inflationary, but the auto industry can and will respond